So I continued with the pen tool and I traced all the way around to the start of my object. So I'm going to show you what happens when you're at the end. So you go to the first point and you'll see a little circle. That means that it's closing that shape. So I click on there and I'll finish that shape. Now what I want to do is I want to use the pen tool again, but sometimes if you're using the pen tool on top of other lines you have already created, it tries to delete those lines. So in order to avoid that, I will select my line work that I've done and object, lock, selection. So now that's locked into the background. It's not going to interfere with anything that I do. So I will continue with the pen tool to draw my lines for the red line. So I'm not going to draw a thin line either side. I'm going to draw one line, and then what I can do when I want to finish that, and this is what can happen sometimes, so it's good for you to see that. I'll do Control Z to undo that. And then I'm going up to my tool palette to click on the selection tool, which deselects that. Now I want to make that line a little bit thicker. So I will go to Window and down to Stroke. And it's there at 1 point. I will see what it looks like at 2 point, maybe 3 point. Okay, so that's 3 point. Now that's still just going to come up as a line. You can leave it like that, or another option is to expand it, which then makes it a shape. But we can talk about that later if we need to. So I'll go back and do some more lines with the pen tool. So click and drag, so you get a bit more of an organic sort of line. It's not perfect straight. It needs to be curved to show that it's a three-dimensional form. And see, it's remained at that thick line there. So once again, I go over to the tool palette, click on the selection tool to deselect that, and then I'll take that down to maybe 1 point again and just leave it like that for now. So you can do the same with this line here. And now, so if you're doing circles, so you're going to click on the circle template, which is hiding underneath the rectangle tool. So you click and hold down and then go down to the ellipse tool. So to make circles, so we've got lots of circles on here. So with the circle tool, we click, hold down the shift key so that we're getting the same size. So we've got one circle. Which you could have two circles there, or you can just, again, make the line thicker. So where it has stroke up the top here, let's see what it looks like at, say, 2. Big. So you can do that simple exercise for your circles. And then you can copy and paste and put another one over here. That's one option that you can do for the circles.